Hey guys, Sherri here, coming to you just to talk to you a bit about your first test. Those of you who did not do as well as you would have liked to have done, I promise it's not the end of the world. You have a multitude of other assessments and activities that are worth points that are going to go towards your end grade. Those of you who did do well, kudos. Really glad that some of you did as well as you did. And I had several A's and B's, so I know that the test is set up in a way that is doable for most students. And those of you who did not do as well as you would have liked to have done, I just want to bring you a few tips. This is an online course, so obviously you have, for all but one of your tests, you have multiple resources that can be right in front of you as you're testing. However, that does not mean that you're going to be able to look up every question and answer. So going into the next test, make sure that you have read the chapters, make sure that you have reviewed the PowerPoints. If there's a concept that you're totally lost on, check the video section. I try to put one video per concept. That way, if you don't get something out of reading it, maybe a video will better explain it for you. Also, be organized when you sit down and are about to take the test, which means that you have your textbook in front of you, and you have the chapters maybe tabbed so that you can flip back and forth real quickly. You also have the PowerPoints possibly printed out, or maybe you have an extra laptop or an iPad or something you can pull the PowerPoints up on. And I also know that a lot of students will go on to Quizlet.com or other sites to Google questions. And obviously you have that resource at your fingertips, but I've actually looked over some of those questions that have to do with psychology. And for the majority of them, they're correct, but I've seen some that are wrong. So just be careful when you're using Quizlet. You do have one test that is proctored, and that's through ProctorU. Be sure that you've set that link up. I know that students are having technical difficulties because instructors are having technical difficulties. So don't freak out if the link doesn't work. Just go ahead and go into the lesson and take the test via Blackboard. We're not going to sweat that. You are not being live proctored, so you don't have to worry about a webcam. If you have one, great. If you don't, no worries. What else? You will need to go on back to test taking tips. Let's say most of my tests have 50, 60 questions. I'm going to give you exactly about a minute for each question, which some students don't feel is enough time. I believe it is enough time if you prepared. You should be able to answer 75% of the material. If you have not read the chapters, if you've not watched the videos, obviously you're not going to know 75% of the material. And I promise you, you will not have enough time to look all of them up. So you do need to prepare. Although you have these resources at your fingertips, it's still on you as the student to be an active learner and take your education into your own hands and prepare for your test. And I think if you look at the objectives listed in the textbook and also listed online at the very top of the course, each lesson, you'll know exactly what to study. If you know those objectives, then you should do fine on the test. And good luck on the next one.